Days are primed for
Beast Wars!
So tune in to the only place you'll find them, Beast Wars.
Weekday mornings at 6:30 on WB55.
Beast Wars Transformers was one of the first weekly all-digital animation shows to ever come out, and it makes all the sense that a Transformers show should be the one to use all CGI in it. However, what you wouldn't expect is the fact that Beast Wars does not have the usual robot vehicle transformations. Instead, as the title suggests, it has become a robot-to-animal transformation. It was a very different take on the Transformers, and it did worry some people back then before it came out. I honestly didn't mind such a thing, as it made for a very interesting twist. Megatron has taken a golden disc from Cybertron and then took a ship with a transwarp disc and fled to a world on his sacred disc that was said to have been Great Energon stores. A Maximo science vessel led by Optimus Prime is the closest, and thus sent to stop Megatron. Both ships crashed on their planet, and they find that due to the Energon being in a raw, unrefined state, and there being so much in it, they needed to take on the alternate beast forms so that the Energon levels don't lock up their systems. In the previous Transformers cartoons, you had Autobots and Decepticons. In this, you have Maximals and Predacons. The Maximals are the Decimants of the Autobots, and the Predacons are the Decimants of the Decepticons. After the Great Wars from the original Transformers comics and cartoon, Cybertron had a great reformatting which created the Maximals and Predacons. It seems that the old two races are more about our size than the old 2 and 3 story tall transformation size. We have the characters of the show, starting with the Maximals. Optimus Prime, leader of the Maximals. Optimus has a form of an ape, Rat Trap. Rat Trap is a demo expert and takes a form of a rat. Rhinox, a huge tank of a transformer, is a gentle soul in the body of a rhino. Cheetor, form of a cheetah, the youngest of the Maximals. Tigatron, Tiger Maximal, rescued from the down stasis pod. Air Razor, Falcon Maximal, rescued from the down stasis pod. Depth Charge, Maximal came from the space hunting Predaform X, crashed in the ocean, and took the Manta Ray form. Silverbot, one of the fusers, has a wolf's body and a head, but eagle claws and wings, is a stereotypical superhero character. We then get to the Predacons. Megatron, leader of the Predacons, starts with a form of a T-Rex, but ends with a dragon form. Scorpionox, second in command, has a scorpion-altered form. We have Waspinator, who is there for comic relief. He has a wasp of an animal form and has the tendency of getting scrapped in every episode, a lot like Kenny dying in every South Park episode. We have Pterosaur, who has the form of a pterodactyl, and he does remind me a lot of Starscream in that he wants to take over the Predacons. We have Tarantulas, Tarantula altered form, scientific evil genius, secret spy for the Predacons console. Inferno, pod rescued Maximo reprogrammed by Tarantulas to be a Predacon, has an ant form, and the ant mentality overrides the circuits, making him call Megatron the royalty or my queen. Quick Strike, a Predacon fuser, a combo scorpion with a cobra head where the stringer should be. We have a Rampage, Protoform X, trying to duplicate Starscream's indestructible spark. The Maximals accidentally create a Proto-X who loves to kill anything and anyone. Optimus Group was tasked with dumping Proto-X on some uncharted barren planet, but was called off for the Beast Wars before that could happen. This is one of the stasis pods that crashed that Megatron received. Proto-X got the second form of a crab, and Megatron used an Energon knife to cut out halfway of his spark and keep it in a cage so that he could control Rampage. So his Rampage is now a Predacon, but not by choice. Dinobot tried to repel against Megatron and failed, so he joined the Maximals, bounced back and forth a few times in the series, then disappeared, was said to be dead, and then got cloned by Megatron in a Transmetal 2 form. He did stay loyal to Megatron, as he did gain Rampage's other half, a spark to power himself, but at the end sided with the Maximals yet again. Black Arachnia, first pod rescued by the Predacons and made into a spider bot by Tarantulas. Black Arachnia ends up falling in love with Silverbot and eventually joined the Maximals. Fully becomes a Maximal when she gains a Transmetal 2 form. Overall, Beast Wars is a great show. The Beast forms are really cool looking. There is plenty of action and comedy both shown in this show. While the Beast forms were great, the backgrounds could have used more production time to make it look better. The landscape is a bit too blocky. They did better once they introduced the jungle landscapes. And the animation, while it was cool to look at for its time, it hasn't aged all that well. But my biggest complaint in this series was when they started Season 2, they did away several characters. The good guys got interesting death scenes, and then by the next episode, nobody speaks of them again. And then we have the bad guys. Their death scenes are so fast that if you blink, you miss them, and then nobody mentions them ever again. Ever. Overall, I came out each episode wanting to see more. There were several interesting twists that anchored this show to the original show, but they were few and far between. Some beast forms changed throughout the show, some getting neater looking, and others kind of falling apart. All in all, this show gets an 8.5 out of 10. This is a really good show, and one you must watch. This is Red Wolf signing out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.